1, 2, 3, 4. I thought love was only true in fairy tales, meant for someone else but not for me. Yeah, love was out to get me, that's the way it seems. Disappointment haunted all my dreams. Then I saw her face, now I'm a believer, not a trace down in my mind. I'm in love, ooh, I'm a believer, I couldn't leave her if I tried. Hey, Drue James here from LearnGuitarInLondon.com. I hope you're having a terrific day. I'm really looking forward to teaching this song to you. I've just made this little intro. It's very, very close to the original, but if you're just by yourself with an acoustic guitar and doing a sing and play thing, this intro really makes it sound really cool the way it joins the parts. We've then just got a few simple chords, just 4 open chords that are really easy to play. We can even do the F as the beginner's F, which I will show you in the lesson. So it's a really nice, simple beginner's sing and play lesson with just one strumming pattern that runs throughout most of the song. Let's break it down and show you how to play it. First of all, you don't have to do the riff at the beginning. You can just go straight into the chords, because this is a little bit more intermediate doing the riff. But I reckon if you concentrate on it, you will get it, even if you haven't been playing guitar very long. So once again, I said you can get the tab from the website, so please do that because that will be useful for you. We're starting here on fret 3 on the A string. Now I want you to be lazy with your finger. You don't need to be on the tip of your finger. I want you to drop it and leave it quite sort of lazy. You're going to be playing 3, and then with your ring finger, you're going to be hitting fret 5. Okay, so that's called a hammer-on, where you take your finger and you slap it in. Then, because you're being lazy with this finger, you're doing like a little mini bar chord and you're pressing down these 2 strings at the same time, the A and the D. You don't need to press the others, so please don't bother trying. Just try to press on the tip of your finger on the A and the D string. If you don't know the names of the strings, by the way, E, A, D, G, B, E. Eddie 8 Dynamite, goodbye Eddie. So we play the 3, hammer to 5, then we play the string below, which this finger is holding down the 3rd fret of the D string. So we get this 3, 5, 3 on D. And then we do that 4 times. Okay, so that's how you can play it fast, because the hammer-on means that you're taking one of the notes out of the equation that you'd normally have to pick. That's how you do it. And that's too far. That's just awkward to pick. Now when you go to do it the 5th time, okay, you pick, hammer, and then rather than doing the 3 below, you play the 3 again, then you move it down to 2, and then you play 3 on the thickest string. And that's actually the first note at the beginning of your strumming pattern, so the first down. But for that very first time, you'll just be playing the bass note by itself. So if I do it slowly, the ending is... Okay, so let's put it all together. So there's 4 of these. You can probably play that better than me already, okay? So then that first note is the start of your strumming pattern, okay? So that's the riff at the beginning. Start slow, drop that finger, hit hard with your hammer on, and work on that. And that's how it sounds going into the first chord. Okay? Good so far, right? Now next, you're going to be playing your G chord. Now I'm going to tell you what the chords are, and I'm going to show you how to do it, because this is a beginner's lesson. If you already know the chords, and I've included a little bit of text in the video, so you can skip into the video to start learning that rhythm pattern. The chords are G, D, F, the beginner's F is fine, and a C. Okay, so that's G, D, C, and the beginner's F is fine. Okay, so if you know those chords, skip along. If you don't, I'm going to show you them right now. Now, I'm going to show you a way of doing G that may be different to the muscles that you already might know for G. But the reason I'm going to show you G this way is because in this song we're going to be changing from C to G a lot. The chorus actually goes... So we're changing from C to G a considerable amount, so it needs to be smooth. Now, a way you may see G is done is like this. As you can see, there's a lot of movement with the fingers. I'm not saying any way is right with this, but I just want you to do G this way for this song. It will make a big difference to your playing. I think doing G this way is good for strengthening your weaker fingers, your ring and your pinky, and it's also good when you do change to chords like C, which you do a lot in this particular key. So G chord, middle finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, ring finger on the 3rd string on the 3rd string on the thickest string, pinky finger on the 3rd fret on the thinnest string. Now it will feel weird at first, but that's how I'd like you to do your G for this. A D chord, index finger on fret 2 on the G string, middle finger on fret 2 on the thinnest string, and ring finger on fret 3 on the B string. And strum the bottom 4. For G it's all 6. A C chord, index finger on fret 1 on the B string, middle finger on fret 2 on the D string, and ring finger on fret 3 on the A string, and for that one strum the bottom 5. And finally the beginner's F. We'll leave the index finger there on fret 1 on the B for this, middle finger on fret 2 on the G, and ring finger on fret 3 on the D, and strum the bottom 4. Now if you hit that bottom string, that's fine, doesn't really matter too much, but we kind of want to be avoiding it. So that's G all 6, D bottom 4, C bottom 5, and F bottom 4. And there's your chords. Okay, let's teach you the rhythm pattern that plays majority through this whole song. Okay, the rhythm pattern quite simply is down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Now I'll do that slower. So while you're doing it, go down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. And as you get more confident, start to speed it up. If you can, keep your wrist loosey-goosey. We want that wrist loose. So for every chord that I say, you're going to do that rhythm pattern unless I tell you otherwise. Okay? So we're going to start on a G chord. We're just going to do the riff. So then we've got G, D, G, G, D, 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 G. For someone, D, but not for G. G again. C was out to G me. C, that's the way it G. C, appointment G, almighty. D stop. Okay? Now, I must say, as I was doing that, I realised that I was doing G this way. So it doesn't really matter, but you will find C to G this way will actually pay dividends. It's one of these things as do as I say, not as I do, actually. Okay? So I'll take that through one more time. We'll just go a little bit slower. I realise that was a bit quick, and then we'll get into what we do for the chorus. Ready? 3, 4, G, A, D, Drue in G tails. G for someone, D, but not for G. G again. C was out to G me. See the way it G'd. See appointment G, almighty. Now, before you do the chorus, you go down, down, up, down, up, down, up, then do another D. So you do the first down of the D in the rhythm pattern, and then you stop the strings. You just take the palm of your hand and just stick it over the strings. Then I saw her, and then you get that little bit of melody in there. So from the D of Dreams, the one that's strummed, listen, dreams. Then I saw her. Okay, so that little melody there, that will help you with the rest, but you're actually resting for a whole bar. Then I saw her. So let's look at the next part. Now the rhythm pattern changes slightly. For every chord that I say, you do down, down, up. Okay? So we go, then I saw her, G, C, G. Now I see a G, C, G, C, G, C, G. I'm seeing my G, C, G, C, G. Then you're going to stop on that G there and you're going to rest the strings again. Okay? I'll do that one more time for you just to make sure you definitely got it. Then I saw her, G, C, G. Now I see a G, a C, G, C, a G, C, G. I'm seeing my G, C, G, seeing love. Now on the word love, you're going to stop and then you're going to stop the strings with the palm of your hand. Love, and you're going to count 4. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to strum a C and hold it for 4. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. Or you could go back to the riff there, which I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to go from the I'm in love with the stop. I'm in love, ooh, C, I'm a G, I couldn't ever if I tried. Then you'd be into chorus 2. Which is exactly the same as verse 1. Seems the more I D, the less I G. G. See, what's the use in G? C, all I get is G. C, da 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 da, G, almighty. Then I saw her, G, C, G. Now C, a G, a C, G, not a G, C, G. I'm seeing my G, C, G, seeing love, ooh, C, I'm a G, I couldn't ever if I did. Or riff. Okay? Then I'll finish this song on a slow strums. G. Enjoy.